programming language, good for the beginners. And we should not take it like this, okay, it's just for the beginners, so that means it's not a powerful language. That's not the case. In fact, Python is one of the most powerful languages that are used for writing codes, programs for computers as well as other computing devices. Not to forget that Python is also used in machine learning and is also significantly used in robotics. So it is a well-balanced language, I would say. So to start up with, we started with two different modes of Python, right? If you people remember. And I would like somebody to share their views on these two modes. Like we discussed Python IDLE, where we learned that IDLE is basically integrated development and learning environment of Python. And we also learned that there are two different modes that are available in Python for writing programming statements, right? The first one is the interactive mode, and the second one is the script mode. And we also discussed some of the differences. What is the difference between an interactive mode and the script mode? So is there anyone who would like to share their views or whatever they had learned in the yesterday's session? If you want to put it forward, you're welcome.
Yes,
anyone?
Yeah. So can I?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Welcome back.
So myself, Shelly. Yes, we discussed yesterday two modes. One is your interactive mode, which is called, and another is script mode. In script mode.
Yes.
In this interactive mode, the major reason is in one of the mode we have a prompt, and in another we don't have a prompt. In the file in which the mode in which we have a prompt, we just write one line and the message will be printed there side by side. But in another mode, we can write more than one line. We can write whole program in a file, save it with the extension .py, and then we can run it using F5 function key. This is a major reason which I have seen.
Okay,
so
that's wonderful.
Script, and this is the script mode in which we create a file, we save it, and we execute that file. That is called your script.
Yes. Wonderful. Precise and correct answer. Anyone else?
Yes, I would like to add.
By Payal ma'am, yes.
Yeah, I would like to add. Good evening, educators. This is Payal Chhabra. So the two modes that we have learned, we have seen yesterday is a script mode and the interactive mode. So like Ms. Shelley clearly said, that script mode have a prompt. I'm sorry, the interactive mode has a prompt where the execution happens line by line. And the script mode is basically for the lengthy programming, where it opens like a notepad. The entire program has to be written and saved first, and then run to see the output.
Yes, exactly. Now, when it comes to teaching, we had a small discussion yesterday, and a wonderful question was asked from one of the participants that, like some of you might be teaching senior classes, and nowadays it's being recommended by the government also that we should teach coding to the students from the very beginning. Maybe they are saying that it should start from maybe class 4th onwards. Yes. Now, how to make a child learn programming? Because the simple perception is most of the people believe that programming is quite difficult, which I certainly believe it is not. Right. Once you learn it, you realize that it's a very easy and interesting concept. Okay, but then how to convince a child who is studying maybe in class 4th that why a child should learn programming? Now, like I tried to convince you in the very beginning of the last session, right, where I told you why we should learn to write code. Now, how are we going to convince a child who is maybe studying in class 4th, right, to learn programming? That too, maybe using a language like Scratch. Scratch, although is not a programming language, but yes, we start with Scratch and then we move on to Python. So, being a teacher, anyone would like to share their views on this? That let's suppose if you want to convince a class 4 child, right, that the child should learn to code. not to talk about, let's not talk about कि हम उसको जाके बोलेंगे देखो बच्चे पढ़ना तो पड़ेगा, right? I don't think that kids of this generation they take this answer, they would take this answer कि हाँ बेटा आपको मार्क्स तो लाने पड़ेंगे, अब आपके सब्जेक्ट में है तो आपको पढ़ना पड़ेगा. So how will you convince a small child that they should learn to program? Anyone?
Yeah, shall I add here, Mr. Abhay? Payal here.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I think to convince students is to first start with gamified version. So a very good tool like code.org, where the interest is built while they are playing. So it's not just by playing, there's learning happening side by side. So that's how the interest can be built. So Scratch is one of the very good tools that you mentioned. And code.org is another very good tool. And then how we take it further from there.
Okay. So you mean to say that if we start with little bit of coding that is related to gaming and all, because students generally take very much interest in gaming, right? So if we introduce programming in a way that we tell them, okay, you can make games, right? Maybe advanced games or better games with the help of programming. So they would start taking interest in developing programs, right? That's wonderful and is somehow somewhat right also. Yes, this happens because I've been into teaching and I can tell you that this view that you have shared is quite correct, right? Because if you tell the children straight away कि बेटा ये तो आप सॉफ्टवेयर्स बना लोगे या बड़े बड़े जैसे आपके पेरेंट्स करते हैं या बड़े लोग करते हैं, तो you will be able to make those apps. A child studying in maybe 4th or 5th class won't take much interest in that. But if you introduce them, if you tell them that they'll be able to make wonderful games using coding, so they will definitely take interest in learning how to code. Any other thing, any other view, anyone?
I can see Smiley ma'am's hand raised. Smiley ma'am, you want to contribute to the ongoing discussion?
Hi, Gurpreet sir and Abhay sir. Actually, that was raised when sir asked me the first question.
Okay.
But I think, yes, I can add something to this as well. Like we can, appreciate the children by giving them the examples of the latest applications, small applications which we may use on our mobile phones. So we can appreciate them that, yes, you people can also, make such applications. So by this also they will get motivated to learn this particular programming.
That's correct, because nowadays these kids also, they are very much into using mobile phones, right? And they know about different apps also. In fact, they use it also. So if this is also a thing, if we tell them okay, by learning programming or through coding you would be able to create such apps, then also they would take interest in learning how to code. So we got two answers and both are correct. So somehow we have to convince them, because we don't have that generation जिसमें हम पहले बोल सकते थे कि बेटा ये तो पढ़ना पड़ेगा, आपको तो मार्क्स लाने हैं, आप पढ़ो. That thing is gone now. Now students and the kids are much more practical. So you need to convince them. But yes, that's correct. So let's move on to the next phase of our workshop. So today what we will be discussing is, we'll discuss about variables. I'll be telling you what are variables and how they can be used in a program, right? We'll be discussing about Python keywords, okay? And a few terms like interpreter and compiler. For those who are already into computing and computer science, or they are teaching, these terms are not new, but for beginners, they might be new, right? So we'll be telling you what an interpreter is and what is a compiler. And then we will also learn to debug code, because debugging is very, very important. So to start with, we'll move on to the previous part that we had learned. Now we clearly know the difference between the interactive mode and the script mode, right? Like every file has an extension, right? In computers, if you save a file, every file needs to be given a different file extension, right? So in the same way, if you want to save a Python program, the extension would be py. Simple. And to run the code, you need to press the F5 key. We'll come to it because we'll be creating a program both in interactive mode as well as in script mode. So let's start with this. Every one of you, I feel you must be aware of this, what this is, right? Personally speaking, from my viewpoint, if you understand this concept well, it will be very easy for you to write any program. So before you start writing any program, right, you should be well aware, or you should have a good understanding of this concept. Unless you are not clear with this concept, let me tell you, no matter whichever institution you join in for learning coding or university, या कहीं से भी आप कर लीजिए, जब तक आपका ये कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर नहीं है, आप प्रोग्रामिंग नहीं कर पाओगे. I can give you the reasons also, but let's first discuss what this is. See, as we know that programming is basically where we give instructions to the computer using a specific language. But the point is, especially for a beginner, it gets very difficult to make an understanding it कि program लिखना कहाँ से है? What should be my first step, right? अगर मैं कह दूं adding two numbers and you give an algorithm to the students and you tell them कि okay, the first step is you start, then you input two numbers, then you do this, then you do this, then you do that. अगला आप दे रहे हो उसको algorithm, that is maybe to find the cube of a number. अब the child will get confused. Not a child, basically a person who is learning programming for the first time might also get confused. कि भाई अभी तो तुमने ये बोला था, अभी तो ये हो गया इसमें. So there has to be a standard way, right? Yeah, if I want to write the program, that what all, from where I should start and where I should end, right? So the first step, programming में सबसे अच्छी बात है कि आपको तीन ही चीजें हैं जिन पे आपको फोकस करना है. The first is that you need to think about your inputs. First thing. This is the first thing you need. Let's say you want to create a simple program of adding two numbers. Let's take it very simple. 10 plus 5, 15 ही करना है. But you need to think कि पहले मेरी inputs क्या होंगी, कौन से numbers हैं जिनको मैंने add करना है. That would be my inputs. Then the next step, once we are through with the input part, then we need to think कि how those inputs need to be processed. बहुत simple लेके चल रहा हूँ, कैसे process होंगी. Let's say 10 and 5 के case में 10 plus 5. Now 10 plus 5 is the processing part, right? So now I have my inputs, that is 10 and 5. I have my processing statements, मैंने लिख दिए हैं 10 plus 5. Then I only need to worry that how my output should be presented. अब मुझे output present करनी है, row में करनी है, column में करनी है, with a design करनी है, print पे करनी है, कैसे करनी है. I need to think about that. So these are only three things you need to worry about when you start creating a program. The first step is just focus on your inputs, right? Then once you're through with the inputs, you have taken the input from the user, then you need to worry about how to process those inputs. आपने processing की statements लिख दी, and the final would be how you are going to present your output. Output तो देखिए computer खुद ही निकालेगा, 10 plus 5 करोगे 15 कर देगा वो. But then the question is how you want your output should be printed. You just want to print 15, or you want to print a message along with it, and the output of the sum of two numbers is 15, right? So agar ye तीनों चीजें clear है, तो it's all done. There will be no confusion whatsoever. Even if you make a small program or you start making a very complex program, these three things you have to keep in mind. So one example that we had covered in our books also, right? We believe that real life examples should be given, more and more real life examples should be given, because अगर आप programming को real life example scenarios से समझाएंगे, तो it becomes very, very easy, because this is how we all can connect we all can connect to programming through real life scenarios. So let's take this scenario, let's take this example. Now we have a ATM machine usage image, right, where a user is using the ATM machine, and we have lined up 3 different processes that I told you that are fundamental to writing programs. So the first one is input. So then what will be the input? Now the point is, what will be the input for an ATM machine? If you are using an ATM machine, what will be the inputs? Anyone?
Inserting the card so that
inserting the card. Read. Yes, definitely. Any other input we need to give?
Identity.
Yeah, the PIN number also, right? Definitely. Right. So you have a card, then you have a PIN number. So what about the processing? Processing, definitely, yeah, definitely the ATM machine would be processing it, right? But the inputs are already ready with the ATM machine. So we have the card, we have the PIN number and the amount that we need to withdraw. The ATM machine will process it because the code is written there within the machine. And then finally, what will be the output? We'll get the currency notes.
The money which we asked for.
Yes, yes, yes. The money which we have asked for. So this is what we need to worry about. So same is, अगर एक program आपका चाहे ATM machine के लिए लिखा गया है, चाहे आपका कोई कंप्यूटर के लिए, सुपर कंप्यूटर के लिए लिखा गया है, या मे बी आपका कोई वेंडिंग मशीन के लिए लिखा गया है, या यू कैन से पेट्रोल पंप पे जो वेंडिंग मशीन है उनके लिए, all these programs are based on this concept, right? So we'll be discussing this again. We'll come to it again when we'll start writing the code. But for now, this concept you need to keep in mind, right, before you start writing the program. Okay, keywords. Keywords are very, very important in the sense, कोई भी language को आप बिना keywords के नहीं सीख पाओगे. For the simple reason, let's take the example of our own languages, human languages that we use. आप चाहे हिंदी सीखे, चाहे आप इंग्लिश सीखे या कोई और लैंग्वेज सीखे, you need to be very familiar with its vocabulary, right? Because with vocabulary only you can give the instructions, or you can write the instruction, or you can understand the instructions. So same is with computers. So if you want to give instructions to the computer using Python language, then you need to be very much familiar with these keywords. Almost 35 of them are here, but we won't be discussing each and every one of these here, because that would again take lots and lots of time, right? But मैं अभी आपको इतना ही समझाना चाहता हूँ कि keywords की value क्या है. Without understanding or using the keywords, we cannot give instructions. We cannot write code in a specific language. तो मुझे हिंदी बोलनी है तो मुझे हिंदी की vocabulary आनी चाहिए. मुझे अगर पंजाबी बोलनी, पंजाबी की आनी चाहिए, और कोई और लैंग्वेज है, तमिल है, तो उसकी आनी चाहिए. सेम इंग्लिश की आनी चाहिए. Same way, if I want to use Python, I should know all the keywords of Python. If I'm studying maybe Java, I want to learn Java, then Java के keywords आने चाहिए. C++ के आने चाहिए, like that, right? So have a good look at these keywords, right? Don't worry about these 2 keywords being underlined. That is because I've taken this from Word, so वहाँ आ गया है, not an issue. ऐसा नहीं है, elif है, finally है. Okay, have a good look at these keywords. I'm giving you some time for it, maybe 10-15 seconds just to go through it, and we'll have a quick test. We'll test your memory. Okay, done?
Yes, sir.
Now, which one of these is not a Python keyword? your answer ready. Okay, system.
Nor.
Nor.
Printf.
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 Scanf.
Printf. Scanf.
Okay.
System.
Already.
Non-local.
Yeah. Yes, but I think it's okay. Yes. Yes.
Non-local.
Nor.
Non-local, sir.
Non-local.
Yes.
Non-local.
Okay.
Import.
Then.
Import it is there.
Then also.
Then. Okay. Then. Fine. Okay.
Yeah. Should be else.
Else.
I think, sir, try is also there. Try.
Right. Okay. Okay. Anyone else who wants to try? Okay, I've got these answers. I'll read it for you. System, nor, printf, scanf, non-local, then, else, try. So let's move to the previous page and quickly check the answers. System, yes, system is not a Python keyword exactly, right? Then somebody said that nor is also not a Python keyword, which is correct. Then we have printf.
Then
yes.
also.
Printf, yes, printf is not there. Then we have non-local, but non-local is a Python keyword, right? Then, okay, then is not there. And then we have else. What about else? Else is there.
Else is there.
Used in almost each and every programming language. And try is also there. So the correct answer we could get was system, nor, printf, scanf, right? And then. Okay, now I took this quick test. It was not about checking your memory. The point of this exercise was that you can make your students learn these keywords very quickly like this. That's an interesting activity, right? Because अगर आप बोलोगे बच्चों को या किसी को भी बिगनर को भी सारे कीवर्ड्स याद कर लो, that would be quite difficult in the sense because इनका यूज जो है आप जब आपको इनको बार बार यूज करोगे अपनी प्रोग्रामिंग में, कोडिंग में, then only you'd be able to learn, right? ऐसा कोई हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं है that you have to learn them by heart. ठीक है, there is no need to cram them. आप जितना पाइथन सीखते जाएंगे, इनको बार बार यूज करेंगे, इनकी फंक्शनैलिटी आपको समझ आ जाएगी कि why they are used. But this quick exercise can help the students also in learning the keywords quickly. जैसे आप लोगों ने अब देखिए कितनी जल्दी distinguish कर लिया. So this exercise will also help the students in learning the keywords of Python. So without keywords, you cannot write a code, right, in any language. So now let's come to the most frequently and a keyword that is significantly used in Python. यहाँ से हम start यहाँ से करते हैं तकरीबन. That is the print function. Now मैं इसको function भी बोल रहा हूँ because technically it is a function, right? And this becomes a keyword also. So हम यहीं से start करेंगे. First of all, let's understand the significance. Print command, आप इसे print function कहेंगे. So a print function is basically used to print a message on the screen. हम ATM पे भी जाते हैं, ATM machine में when you insert your card, you start getting some instructions, enter your PIN code, right, PIN number, and then the amount you want to withdraw. You'll see a list of commands, right, written on the screen of a ATM, right? So how these, see, all these machines are also programmed. I believe you all agree with it. Yeah, आपको लगता है कि ऐसा नहीं है, but the fact is it is like that. All these devices, they have their microcontrollers and they are programmed, right? Pre-programmed. इसी तरह का code लिखा जाता है उनमें भी. So if we can take an example that if let's believe that an ATM machine is using Python for its programming, or the code is written through it, right, with it, then The print would be the very first function that would be quite helpful for writing the code. How we can use it, let's first look at it. Let's just move to Python IDLE, right? I'll be opening the Python IDLE now. Please hold on, right? I'll be sharing the screen again with you. Just hold on, please. Now we know that now we recognize this is our interactive mode. So I'll start with this. So how we are going to use the print function? Very easy, because ज़्यादातर आप लोगों को कुछ को पता भी होगा, not so difficult. But for those who have no idea about it or using it for the first time, a print, right? Okay, and then you start with the brace, right? Double quotes, and print the message whatever message you want to print. Close the quotes, close the braces, right, and press enter, and you'll see the output. Interactive mode hai, so interactive mode mein we all know that usi time you get the output. But the point is, कुछ observations जो आपने अभी यहाँ देखी हैं. First of all, अगर हम यहाँ लिखते हैं print, to see the change in the color, quick change in the color, right? Purple हो रहा है. For the reason that it is considered a keyword, right, inbuilt into the Python programming, right? Python IDLE, sorry. अब ये inbuilt है, इसको मैंने नहीं बनाया है, ना ही हम में से किसी ने बनाया है. जब हमने Python install की, तो yesterday we discussed one point that it has huge library of modules, and modules I told you are programs that are pre-built, right, by the developers of Python. So print भी एक ऐसा function है जो already इस package में आता है. We just have to use it. Okay, and for using it we have to follow some rules, right? These rules are called syntax. Okay, syntax की बात हम करेंगे, but ये कुछ rules हैं जो हमें use करने पड़ेंगे for writing the print statement or print function. इनमें से first rule is that after writing print we have to use these braces, and then अगर हम print कर रहे हैं कोई message which is a string, right, then we have to start with the quotes or double quotes, or we can also start with a single quote also, right? And we have to close both of them. जो start किया था, we started off with the brace, then we started with the single quote. So same way closing के time पे we have to close it like this, right? That's the main rule, or you will get the output there. Simply if you are printing some numbers here, let's suppose want to print 100, then there is no need to put the quotation marks here. No quotes are required, nothing, because it's an integer. Again, this is a rule. अब आप बोलोगे कितने rules learn करने हैं? Some of the people, they sometimes feel, कुछ लोग इसलिए भी programming से पीछे हटते हैं because they feel that there will be lots of rules. So I would like to share two things with you, very important things. First of all, ये ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि you have to cram it. The more you practice, the more better you get. It's like driving a car, learning how to drive a car. First time हमें भी लगता है कि अरे यार कहाँ गया क्लच, कहाँ गया एक्सीलेटर, अब क्या करूँ. But with practice, right, एक दिन आता है जब आप बिल्कुल आराम से बैठे साथ वाले के साथ अगर बात करो तो बात करते करते भी आप ड्राइव कर पाते हो, right? That's all because you have practiced a lot. So same is with programming. There is nothing to worry. अगर आपको स्टार्टिंग में लग रहा है भाई ये क्या हो रहा है, अभी ये क्या है, right? That's in fact good for you because आप जितना इसको प्रैक्टिस करते जाएंगे, things would get easier for you. So no need to be afraid of. Another thing, जो क्वेश्चन मेरे पास आता है, कुछ आप लोगों के भी माइंड में हो सकता है कि मैंने तो सुना है there are lot many programming languages. तो क्या मुझे एक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज सीखने के बाद do I need to learn any other programming language also from the scratch? I mean to say, let's say just now you are learning Python, and maybe after sometime in the future, ये language की जगह कोई और language आके खड़ी हो जाती है, let's say R, right? Ruby, बहुत सारी अब modern languages आ रही हैं, although Python is one of them. But क्या आपको फिर से सब कुछ सीखना पड़ेगा? So let me assure you, it's not like that. आप एक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज को अगर 100% सीख लेते हैं तो दूसरी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में शिफ्ट करने में ज्यादा टाइम और एफर्ट्स नहीं लगते, बिकॉज जनरली प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस के जो कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं, बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं, वर्किंग है, फंक्शंस हैं, वो ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर ही होते हैं, ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर। यस, ऑफ कोर्स 30-40% का एक सिंटेक्स का डिफरेंस रहता है, बट द कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑलवेज रिमेन द सेम थ्रू आउट. So it's not very difficult to shift from one language to another. But again, the point is, you need to be perfect in at least one programming language. That's important. Master आपको होना पड़ेगा एक language है. अगर आप master हैं, तो फिर it would be very easy for you to shift from one language to another. So there is no need to worry about this, or no need to panic. मुझे क्या-क्या सीखना पड़ेगा, ऐसा नहीं, right? I hope I've made.
Sorry to interrupt, sir.
Yes.
Abhay, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, actually, the Python is not installed on my computer, but I have this Anaconda Navigator, from where I have installed this Jupyter Notebook.
Yeah.
And sir, I have given the same command there, but I don't think that there is any kind of output. So, I mean, I have written.
What you have written?
Sir, I have written this print, then brackets start with the inverted commas. This is Python. So there is no output. It has come to the next line.
How you are executing it? Because you don't have to.
Sir, I am pressing run. I am pressing the run button.
Okay, try and press Shift Enter.
Shift and then enter.
Enter. Yeah.
Okay.
Combination. Key combination. Although run should work for you, but in case if there is any problem, you can press Shift Enter in Jupyter Notebook.
Again, nothing is coming, sir. I mean, can I share my screen so that I can show you what is the problem?
Hold on, please. I have Jupyter Notebook here. It will take some time. I'll come to it. I'll come to it when it will open. Right? I'll show it to you. For the time being, let's move on to the next phase of this. Right, so print command, we are discussing the print function here. So quite easy, कुछ ज़्यादा difficult नहीं है, but again the thing is, in programming ऐसा नहीं होता कभी-कभी कि हमें सिर्फ एक ही लाइन में सारा मैसेज देना पड़ता है, right? We might like to have a message where we have different combinations of words and numbers, right? उसको हम कैसे करेंगे? प्रोग्रामिंग में we call this concatenation also, right? We call this concatenation. Okay. Now what is concatenation? बहुत easy है. अगर मैं यहाँ पे लिखता हूँ hello एक है मेरी string और world एक है, right? I have these two different words here. Hello is a different word and world is a different word. अगर मैं इन दोनों को combine करके एक बनाना चाहता हूँ, so that is called concatenation. हम बात कर सकते हैं first name and last name की भी, right? कभी-कभी हमें बोला जाता है write your full name. So for writing your full name, what we need is we need to concatenate, right, our first name and our last name. So how concatenation is done in Python? So print. Okay, let's take the first word. Hello, and this is the concatenation operator, comma. अब comma बोल दीजिए, मैं concatenation बोल रहा हूँ, जैसे भी आपको ठीक लगे, right? So press enter and see. Now what do we get? We got two different words, क्योंकि hello अलग है quotes में और world अलग है. So these were two different words, but now using concatenation operator, right? We have combined them together to form a complete, you can say, a sentence, right? Programming में हम इसे कह देते हैं कि it has become a string. Okay, right? So this is how we can concatenate, and we can concatenate any number of words. It's not like that we can concatenate only 2 words or 3 words, maybe more than that. Some people do use plus sign also. कुछ लोग इसको ऐसे भी कर देते हैं. Right? But what difference do you see here?
Space.
That there is no space.
Hello.
There is no space, if you can see. So completely इसने इसको बिल्कुल concatenate करके एक बना दिया without any space. But when we use the comma, right, by default it gives space in between the words, right? So it's up to you. The right way is in fact using the comma operator, because देख सकते हैं वहाँ पे space आ गई है, right? But this is the best way. Another way can be, okay, what if I write something like this? What will happen? Okay. अब आपको एक और डिफरेंस मैं दिखाना चाहूंगा यहाँ पे जो is important. So print is very easy. There's nothing difficult. Now this difference I would like to share it with you, that कुछ यहाँ पे वैसे लोग भी होंगे जो प्रोग्रामिंग कर चुके हैं पहले. But before that, let's understand this difference, and it should be clear to you. जब हम quotes में कुछ डाल देते हैं तो it is considered as a string. String is basically a combination of characters. जब हमने को नहीं डाला तो it is considered as a number, right? Okay, so this is how the print function works for us. Quite easy, कुछ भी difficult नहीं है. कुछ लोग जिन्होंने कुछ और languages की हैं, maybe some of you might have studied C or C++, maybe Java also. So is there anyone who has worked with Java or C++?
Yes, sir.
Anyone?
Yes, sir. I have taught C++ many years. Yeah.
Many years back. So which function in C++ is used basically to print any message? Any
See out.
See,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you have to write it like this, I believe. Although I did it also a long time back, but अभी तक मुझे थोड़ा याद है. So ये कुछ ऐसा है. Although it will not work here, let me tell you.
So
Is it not correct?
Yes, sir. It's absolutely
Yes.
right. Yeah.
yes, sir.
Like this. Put and a semicolon afterwards.
Yes, sir.
Right. This is a C++, way in which we can print a message using C++. So if you want to use Java, then what you do is you write
System dot
System dot.
in.
Yes.
System dot out dot print.
ln or print, right? Then you write. Again, this will not work here, but just to give you an example, this is the right way, yeah. So आप देखिए, अब आपको डिफरेंस समझ आ रहा होगा कि why Python is. अभी मैंने सिर्फ आपको 2 एग्जांपल दिए हैं, right? अगर हम C में चले जाएं तो C में क्या है? printf, right?
Printf, right.
Printf. So it will be like print and f. Then there are many other languages, हर एक का अपना एक syntax है, but आप देखिए हो वही चीज है.
Inverted commas.
Now, a clear difference that you must have observed, but इसमें I think वो /s भी आएगा, right? Because
No.
oh sorry, ये पहले आना था.
Slash s. Yes, sir, yes.
पहले
If I
आना.
want to print some string.
Yeah, if you want to print a string, then it should be like /s, comma, something like that. Something like that. Because we are not using the C compiler here or C++. But the purpose of showing you this is now you can very well understand how easy Python is. यहाँ print f है, वहाँ पे cout है, Java में system.out.println है. थोड़ा सा लगता है ना difficult, but Python में क्या है? Just write print and done, right? So that's why एक simple सा मैंने आपको एक example show किया है कि why Python is considered a very easy or effective language. Print नाम की कमांड कोई बच्चा भी समझ सकता है कि अच्छा ये प्रिंट करेगा, right? So this is about the print function, very useful function. You can print the messages on the screen. It works in the same way. If you move on to the script mode, we can use the same function here also. with not much of a difference, but only one difference that we had discussed yesterday also, right? मैं यहाँ पे multiple statements लिख सकता हूँ. Okay.
Sir?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Sir, it's here. Sir, I downloaded Python in the way you told yesterday, like from python.org. And I got Python 3.9 64-bit version.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is invite interface like we had. That was in DOS and like that stuff. I'm not having any of the menus.
Okay.
So how do I switch?
Okay. See, for that, just move on to your start menu. Which operating system you are using, ma'am?
I'm having Windows 10.
Okay. Then you will get the Python folder. ये देखिए यहाँ पे होगा, ठीक है? Click on it and ये आएगा आपका IDLE Python. Need to click on this. एक ये है.
I'll just.
हाँ जी. Leave this. Yeah. Click on. Yes. So you'll get it. Right. Okay. Now let's save it quickly, and we have one more query that we have to solve. So again, save करना तो not difficult. I don't need to tell you how to save a file. Everyone knows it very well. So PY डालने की भी आपको जरूरत नहीं है, because आज के systems जो है automatically pick up कर लेते हैं. पहले times में करना पड़ता था. Now there are two ways of executing this. One is go to the run menu and click on run module. The other way is just press F5. So you'll get this. You can see here, execute it, and we got the output of both the statements together, right? Okay. Now this is the print statement, print function, right? And this is how it needs to be used. You can either use double quotes or single quotes. Concatenation is through this or this. Now you understand the difference also. You have understood the difference, what the difference is between both of these, right? You can, in a single print statement, you can print string values along with numeric values or even decimal values also, right? And this is how we can use the script mode to print, to make use of the print function. Okay.
So sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Sir, is there any difference between the single quote and double quote use?
See, in Python, it's not very clear, because Python is a language in which you can print string values both in, string values in double quotes as well as in single quotes, right? But there are some languages जिसमें ऐसा print कर सकते हो, a single character, right? And अगर आपको पूरी string print करनी है, then in that case you need to use double quotes. But Python is very liberal in this case, right? आप देख रहे हैं कि यही same जो है, मैंने अगर यहाँ double quotes में दिया है, then also it is printing it as a string. अगर यहाँ मैंने इसको पूरा एक string की तरह use किया in single quotes, then also it's printing. Right?
And is it case sensitive?
Yes, Python is case sensitive. आप print को capital में नहीं लिख सकते. You'll get an error, right?
Sir, how you got the script mode?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Ma'am, file and new, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So we had a query where one of the participants was asking me about the Jupyter Notebook, the problem with it. So you were not getting the. I hope you are here, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah. So just open the Jupyter Notebook. We'll see this also later on in the sessions. We'll learn how we can use Jupyter Notebook. It's a quite effective tool, right? Okay, so this is what
the same interface I'm getting, sir.
Print 100, and in case you run this, so I'm getting 100 here.
Why I'm not getting? Let me try once more, sir.
You try?
Let me refresh it and.
Otherwise, you can write print 100, and there is one more way that you can press Shift Enter and you'll get it.
Just
Okay. Okay, now, so print is done. So we will be making a very small program, a very basic program now using the print statement. Okay.
Sir, I think there is some problem at my end because the same thing which was happening, I mean, in the past, I mean, few seconds before, the same is happening right now. Also, I have
Maybe you need to restart the Jupyter Notebook, or maybe just press the restart kernel. This
yeah,
button.
I have used this restart kernel also, but no problem.
Maybe,
I'll install it by the
yeah.
next session.
Otherwise, it's working. Otherwise, it's working.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So, okay. Now let's create a very basic kind of program. Fine. Just to add two numbers. Okay. Using print statement. बहुत ही basic होगा ये आपके लिए. But कईयों के लिए नया है, so we'll be doing it. So print. Let's say I want to just print the sum of two numbers. Let's say 10 and 5. That's it. That's it. Okay. Now save the file. Already I have saved it. I'm not going to save it again and again to save time. So you got the output here. You got the output 15. So आप देख सकते हैं कि कितना simple है Python को use कर पाना. I can write multiple mathematical statements here in one file. तो इसकी मैं multiplication भी यहाँ पे कर सकता हूँ. देखिए, one more thing, especially if you are a beginner, मैं एक practice है जो मैंने अभी खुद की, but I won't encourage it at all. That is, if especially you are a beginner and you're new to a programming language, it's always good that you type the complete statement back again, right? Instead of copy pasting, because हमारे दिमाग में तो ये आएगा यार ये print क्यों लिखना है, फिर से copy and paste and let's change this, done हो गया, मैं क्यों टाइम लगाऊं. But beginners के साथ ये मुश्किल हो जाती है बहुत ज़्यादा, especially जब आप प्रोग्रामिंग सीख रहे हैं. अगर आप बार बार टाइप नहीं करेंगे तो आपके माइंड में कॉन्सेप्ट या कीवर्ड या फंक्शन और उसका सिंटेक्स नहीं बैठेगा, राइट? सो स्पेशली दिस इज फॉर द बिगिनर्स हु आर वेरी न्यू टू प्रोग्रामिंग. मेक इट अ हैबिट दैट यू टाइप द कंप्लीट स्टेटमेंट अगेन. Forgive me for this because I'll be running out of time all the time basically, so I might be using this technique only, copy pasting, but I won't recommend it to you, right? Because this is not the correct way, especially when we are learning something. Okay, so I have multiple statements here. If you want me to change the numbers also, because ho sakta hai aapko lage boring hai, but we can change it. Okay, you can write n number of statements in this file. As I told you, script mode can have multiple files, multiple statements. F5, and we got it. You can see this. Right, you can see this. Yeah, so 15, 70, 70, 83. एक और चीज है, जब हम छोटे बच्चों को ये कराने चाह रहे हैं, अगर आप अपनी क्लास में इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहते हैं पाइथन, तो एक अच्छा तरीका ये हो सकता है कि आप पाइथन को इंटरैक्टिव मोड को, स्पेशली द इंटरैक्टिव मोड, यू कैन यूज इट एज अ कैलकुलेटर. टेल द स्टूडेंट्स कि इसमें तो सारी मैथमेटिकल प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाती है, एंड इनफैक्ट हो भी जाती है. अगर मैं यहाँ पे कुछ भी मैथमेटिकल कुछ ऐसा करना चाहूँ जो देखने में बहुत लगे कि कैन बी डिफिकल्ट, बट सी सो इजीली इट इज डन. You don't need to write even the print statement, right? Mathematical statement है. Generally print का यूज हम स्क्रिप्ट मोड में ही करते हैं, और यहाँ तो ऐसे ही हो जाता है, कोई इशू नहीं है. I got this also, right? But again, for the beginners, छोटे बच्चों के लिए इंटरेस्ट जनरेट करने के लिए, you can show them that how the interactive mode itself can be used as a calculator, even for solving complex problems, mathematical problems, right? I got it so quickly, right? So this will also help in creating interest in this language. So print function हमने किया है आज, बहुत useful है, important है. And then we will be discussing this now, that's variable. बहुत important आ जाता है variable, right? बिकॉज अगर हम अपना previous ये देखें process of input, process and output, there is something we missed on, not missed on exactly, intentionally I did it. बात नहीं की थी मैंने इसकी, but now we'll be discussing that. That part is storage, right? Storage is very important because storage के बिना processing हो ही नहीं सकती. I hope you all remember जब calculators बहुत नए आए थे, especially 10 digits, and हम करते थे ये practice कि okay मैं इसको memory में store कर दूंगा और फिर ले आऊँगा. Right, बहुत fascinating था उस time पे ये memory वाला concept. But in computers, it is a fundamental, it is a requirement. Without this, nothing can be done. And even you, no matter how complex or well-defined code you have written, but अगर आपने उसे memory में inputs को store नहीं किया, तो आपका program zero हो जाएगा, right? हाँ, सिर्फ अगर आपको कुछ messages print कराने हैं, then there is no need. But if you want to perform some calculations, right, then in that case we need to store some values, input values in the memory of the computer. और जब भी कोई input memory of the computer में store करानी है आपको, then in that case we use variables. I am repeating it. आपको कोई input, मैंने कहा था सबसे पहला जो task है आपका, that you have to decide about the inputs. What will be my inputs? So finally, when you have your inputs, the next phase will be processing. So processing के time, processing करने से पहले हमें सारी inputs को computer की memory में store कराना पड़ेगा. अब the good thing about the high level programming languages like Python is हमें ये खुद नहीं करना पड़ता है, right? Gone are the days machine languages में जब programming होती थी, assembly languages में तो आपको register में उसको using a command पहले insert कराना पड़ता था. Gone are the days. In fact, it's very good because अभी जरूरत नहीं है आपको memory के साथ कुछ करने. You only have to do, what you have to do is you have to take your inputs, put them in a variable, right? And the variables will store these inputs in the memory of the computer. So we have an example here of the refrigerator. Now, मेरे घर में कल party है, let's suppose, and I bought everything today only, right? Now, which is the best place where I can store these eatables or drinks? Naturally, the refrigerator. Or कल जब party होगी, I'll take out everything from the refrigerator and consume it, right? So where the refrigerator here is a kind of variable, right? We are, whatever inputs we have, the eatables we have bought, we are storing all those eatables within the refrigerator. And when it is the time, to consume it, we take it out from the refrigerator and consume it. The same is in programming, although we don't make use of refrigerators there, but variables are there. We take the input, store it in a variable, and then once it gets stored in the variable, it is automatically stored in the memory of the computer. So next time when you want to process those inputs, you take them out from the memory of the computer, again using the variables. So ये काम है variables का. How variables are used, right? And there are certain rules that you need to follow for declaring the variables. We will discuss that. But before that, let me tell you one more advantage about Python, especially in case of variables. Now, in case of variable declaration, Python is dynamic. Dynamic in the sense, again, some of you told me that you have used other languages like C and C++ and Java also. So if you remember, उसमें हमें एक चीज हमेशा करनी पड़ती थी, पहले data type define करना पड़ता. For newcomers, let me tell you what is a data type. So data type basically tells what type of value we are going to store in the memory of the computer. हमें पहले define करना पड़ता था. Integer होगी.
Float, it can be float, string.
Yeah, it can be float. Decimal value है. मैं decimal value कर रहा हूँ store. या फिर मैं कोई कैरेक्टर वैल्यू स्टोर कर रहा हूँ. अगर आप जावा अच्छा यूज करते हैं तो आपने यूज किया होगा, आपने स्ट्रिंग वैल्यू भी यूज की होगी, सॉरी स्ट्रिंग डेटा टाइप भी यूज होगी. सो हमें पहले डिफाइन करना पड़ता था कि मैं किस टाइप की वैल्यू स्टोर करने चाह रहा हूँ या चाहता हूँ. using the data types. ये purpose था. ये string जो है ये data type है. ये val जो है, this is a variable name, and then we are trying to store this value into this. और हम बता रहे हैं कि किस type की value. This is not required in Python. The step altogether, or not altogether, this part is not required in Python. All you have to do is to declare a variable in Python. All you have to do is simply write the name of the variable and the value you want to store in it.
So it is like a variant.
Print कीजिए, हाँ जी, print कीजिए using the print function and done. तो आप देख रहे हैं इस लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में यहाँ कोई स्ट्रिंग नहीं लिखा, कोई कैरेक्टर नहीं लिखा, कोई इंटीजर, nothing is written, right? So it's a dynamic language on its own, depending on the value that is stored in the variable. It automatically decides कि इसका data type क्या होगा. So ये एक और बहुत बड़ी advantage है Python use करने की. Okay? Right. So some rules that are required for variable declaration in Python, but we'll be discussing that in the next session because abhi I don't want to carry on with this. Thoda time kam hai, we are running short of time. So it's a good thing. Now the good thing again, before we wind up this session, मैं हर बार आपको ये request करूँगा, हमेशा request करूँगा, हर session में request करूँगा that you need to practice, right? ऐसा मत कीजिए कि आप आज session कर लिया, कल से आप practice ना करें, next में आए, because then you'll be missing on various things. To keep in programming, practicing again and again is very, very important, right? So that's it from my side for today's session, right? Yes.
Yeah, thank